This is Morten from INKISH TV. Me and my team, we are today at ICE Inprint in Munich. It's our second time here at the show, and still got here. Not so many people right now, but I met a good friend, Matt. Great to see you.
Hi, Morten. Good to see you.
Yeah. You are one of the speakers here at the show. So what are you going to talk about?
Well, I have two slots. I have a panel discussion, and also I'm going to talk a little bit about the emergence of inkjet for microflute applications in packaging. So it gives me an opportunity to talk a little bit about our new product and some of the developments within Agfa.
And it's quite amazing, or interesting for me at least, because when we just sat down and spoke before, you told me that you have actually an chemical engineering background, right? So you know all the details, right?
Yeah, I think trying to bring some of the finer detail and translate it into a language that people understand. So that's helpful.
I was just wondering because, it's quite obvious that a lot of vendors are developing and presenting inkjet solutions these days, including Agfa, right? But I was just wondering, in your opinion, you have the controllers, you have the ink heads, the print heads, you have the inks, you have all the components defining this. What, in your opinion, is the trickiest part?
Well, the trickiest part by far is the reliability of the drops at high speed, and retaining the quality. That is, for me, the most trickiest part. But within our design, technology, intent, we overcome that really well. So, yeah.
And talking about that, because one of the things that you told me also that you spoke about already last year was the new what was it called? Speedset, yeah.
Yep.
And I was a bit surprised because you're basically talking about a B1 size machine that can print on both microflute and also on some folding carton cardboard, right?
Correct.
And you said 12,000 sheets
an hour? Up to 11,000 sheets an hour. Yep.
In water-based ink and in full quality and scratch resistant and all the things that you need, basically, right?
Yeah, and one of the main benefits in being able to deliver that full resistance, if you like, is it's full inkjet. So we have primer, ink, and varnish. So with the varnish, we're able to encapsulate that resistance properties that's needed, particularly for folding carton.
So in one process, you have all these, both the CMYK plus the varnish, or
yeah, so it's full inline. So inkjet heads, primer, drying, inks, varnish, and then full dry stack. So full inline solution.
Packaging has, of course, been quite interesting for many years, but I mean the digital transformation that we also now have seen in labels for a long time, and also in large format for a long time. It seems that it's really now taking place also into the packaging segment.
I think that's right, and I think that's a number of reasons. One, the improvements in the print heads for the quality. There's a different level of expectation when it comes to quality for packaging, I think. So that's one thing. But also the emergence of the ink technology for water-based and for UV, low migration UV. Those two tracks give solution. And the third thing is the speed. The ability to print faster at high quality with water-based technology. Really seeing the transformation now starting to take place.
Yeah, and if you look at the B1 format, it's a really reasonable size for packaging. I mean, sometimes you want to have something a little bit bigger, but as you said, the Speedset is like a platform that can be extended into something bigger, right?
Yeah, so Speedset really is intended a new family of products. So we start with the B1 for folding carton, microflute applications, and then we grow that into a new platform, larger format, maybe for larger sheet packaging, as people look to eliminate processes and become more efficient. The intention is that this is just a start of a new family of products.
And I can't help think that when you talk about the speed and compare, it sounds something that is starting to be very comparable to traditional offset machines, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what's piqued a lot of interest. We had a history of developing faster printers for wide format, for POS, and we take that technology, that know-how, that understanding, but also listening to the customers and understanding what customers need. So they need the quality, but they also need the speed to really transform that traditional part of their printing business into inkjet. And with Speedset, we have the ability to do that now.
And if you compare to an offset machine where you, even though they are faster, you still have setup time, and basically maybe they run 15, 16,000 sheets an hour, but you have, let's say, 2, 3, 5 minutes with a changeover. Basically, you can, with that speed, you can capture quite a lot of the setup time, because also in packaging, of course, circulations are falling, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, everybody talks about the lack of setup time of inkjet. We're talking about speeds that really rival offset litho throughput without any of that. So, we spend more time setting the jobs up, creating the user interface, and then button pressing, so to speak.
So the customers for a machine like let's say the first iteration, is that like a new breed of printing companies, or is it typical aimed towards existing, let's say, offset companies that want to, let's say they want to offset their offset capabilities, so they basically say shorter print runs, we do digital, longer print runs, we do offset, or where do you see the market?
Well, I think actually at the moment it's a combination of both. So we're seeing already offset printers with a fleet of equipment who want to be more efficient, who want to move more jobs to a single source, so a range of materials. So that's one area, but also converters who haven't yet adopted, who are still outsourced, still using print providers. So the ability to bring in-house and reduce cost, and this whole world around sustainability. So Speedset will allow you to do that. So it's twofold. We're seeing new customers who haven't really adopted inkjet yet, and those who already have, who see more efficiency with something like what Speedset offers.
Competition, I mean, it's getting a little bit more crowded market, right?
Yeah, I think there are emerging competitors in that space. I don't think it's quite as crowded as large format corrugated just yet. And also, I think depending on what you're looking for, whether water-based, UV, traditional packaging, food, beverage, or if it's more point of sale, display, commercial, but it is becoming more competitive. We want to be part of that competitive market, and we believe we offer something that really allows us to stand out.
And when?
And when? So yeah, we are getting ready for field tests later this year, early next year, and then launch towards the end of next year.
Looking forward to that.
Exciting times. Thanks, Morten.
You're welcome.
Very good.